It's not the first time cars meet on the runway with airplanes, but for us it's always an epic occasion to begin our show. This time we stand at the threshold of the runway in Croatia, where Rimac sports cars manufacturer decided to challenge its new product, the Nevera, with the aerobatic Extra NG aircraft. The test driver Miroslav Zercevic is trying to drive as fast as air race pilot Peter Podlunček, flying an Extra NG. Normally, aviators give drivers a chance by putting the throttle a bit backwards because their planes are obviously so much faster than the cars. But Nevera can drive up to 415 kilometers per hour, so even with full throttle, the Extra was forced to give up this time. Flying inverted 10 meters above one of the fastest cars on the planet? Well, that must feel really epic. My name's Regan Tetlow and this is the beginning of another episode of Air Sports News, the online show focused on air sports and aviation. You can find us here on YouTube, Vimeo and Instagram. You can also be supporting our mission by clicking the Patreon link in the description. It's really important for us to stay online with the best content. Let's go. Ozone paragliding is one of the most popular paragliding manufacturers worldwide, and they actually have their own competition in the United States. Today we're in the third day of the Ozone Chilean Open 2022 and we already have some first results. The Chilean Open 2022 is an ENC and lower event where cross-country pilots new to competitions get to race alongside and learn from some of the best pilots in the USA. The competition is following the same format as other FAI Cat 2 events and includes daily briefings led by the US national champion and Ozone team pilot Nick Grease. After two tasks, the first with 60 kilometers and the second with almost 120, Galan Kirkpatrick is in the lead, followed by Alexia Fischer and Christoph Holub. All of them are flying on the Ozone Alpina 4 wings. 124 pilots are competing in the event, and we'll let you know about the final results in next week's show. And tomorrow, a smaller group of 20 paragliders are going to start a much more difficult competition, the Ex-Slovenia Hike and Fly Challenge 2022. Let's take a closer look at this competition. Ex-Slovenia is a competition that takes place on the territory of the Republic of Slovenia, and in which pilots can try to get from the start to the finish of the race as fast as possible, either on foot or by paraglider, through intermediate turn points and checkpoints. Due to the relatively short route and the lower Slovenian mountains, the competition is intended for both experienced hike and flyers and pilots who do not have as much experience with such competitions, but still want to try their hand at this interesting hike and fly adventure. The last news for the paragliding fans comes from an absolutely exotic competition in Mongolia, where the first ever FAI Category 2 paragliding competition took place. The Mongolian Paragliding Accuracy Contest was held at the beginning of June in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. 27 pilots from two countries competed in 6 rounds of precision landings in an absolutely unique landscape covered by snow, which is extremely unusual for paragliding events, normally organised in hot, sunny regions of the world. Now, hold on tight everybody, because I'm going to try and pronounce the names of the winners. Okay, here we go. In the overall classification, third was Bayan Uzi Ganbadata, second was Okchu Sodnombala, and first Batdava Al-Zakugi. In the female class, bronze goes to Erdenazul Jalganasalkan, second to Monk Kanazala Enkarvan Jagal, and gold to Ba'ara Bolomara. Congratulations, guys. My first special guest this week is a 5-time world champion canopy pilot with countless distance records to his name. And if you've watched any swoop competition or been pondside any time in the last 10 years, you'll have seen this pocket rocket up there with the best, doing his absolute most to dominate the competition in every opportunity. This amazing athlete is extremely motivated right now before the World Games competition. So let's chat a little bit about canopy piloting with Nick Batch. You're back again. You've had another injury. You were just showing me there off camera. What happened this time?
Well, first off, they changed some of the rules for the World Games coming up, and I was practicing some of the new rules, and the new rule for speed, which is where I had the injury occur, involves us having to touch the water before the speed course. And, as an athlete, we're used to hitting that gate, that entrance gate somewhere in our hips or our feet area. And we're clearing, 80, 90 miles per hour horizontal. And what had happened was now you got to think, now I have to be 10 meters deeper and I got to be on the water before the gate. So I come through the gate. I had a smoke and run. I was going, according to GPS, 90.4 miles an hour on the entrance gate after the water touch. And when I mentally went into that car thinking I'm in the course, start turning the canopy. And because of the 10 meters earlier, it placed me just like 3 inches into the inside buoy. And I hit it with my foot. And when I hit it with my right toe, it kind of ripped my foot sideways and then pulled the knee back really hard onto my butt, resulting in like an instant tear of the sartorius tendon and the MCL for the ligament. So I was, instantly pretty sore. I could feel that hot knife sensation right in that area, instant pain. I knew it was bad. So I, the funny thing is, as an athlete, I haven't actually gone to get it MRI'd yet. Ignorance is bliss. And if I know what's wrong with it exactly, I'm probably not going to perform at my best ability. So I'm resting it and doing all the things I can do, taking care of it with some laser therapy, acupuncture, massage therapy, not much stretching on it because I don't want to stretch out those ligaments and tendons that are already hurt. But see how it goes after the World Games. And then if it's still in pain, then I'll probably go and get checked out since I have some time till Nationals.
The Sports Promotion YouTube channel is a location where you can find the full interview with Nick. And by clicking like, share and subscribing to our content, you're supporting our work. But you can also check out the Patreon link in the description, and that allows us to continue our mission stronger and with better content. Thank you. Thanks a lot in advance. The Drone Racing League is one of the premium leagues for only the best FPV drone racing pilots worldwide, but DRL authorities also want new pilots to join their community. To do that, they've created some special virtual tracks inside the DRL Sim Tryouts program. Check this out. Dust Town Plaza is the first map of the 2022 DRL Sims Tryout Circuit and the first step in becoming a professional drone racing pilot. Second one is Shipyard Disaster. Sim Tryouts is the annual player to pilot esports tournament held by DRL to find the next DRL master pilots to join the crew in real life tournaments. Everyone can join, register and try via the drl.io/tryouts website. For the fastest pilots, DRL prepared special awards and training camps with the best drone racers from the league. Most of the Top Gun movie fans focused on the F-18 real airplanes that were used in the film Top Gun Maverick, a sequel to the legendary movie from 1986. But there's another interesting aircraft in the movie, the futuristic Dark Star, able to fly with an unreal speed of Mach 10. So the question is, was this real? The fictional aircraft wasn't a CGI concept, but was created as a mock-up in cooperation with Lockheed Martin engineers. It was 5 years in the making, and the development team took it seriously, keeping in mind the shaping, materials, and components that must withstand heat and environmental stresses caused by high-speed flight. In addition, Lockheed Martin helped design realistic flight gear, shared artifacts for the set, and arranged a site tour and demonstrations to support the effort. The team provided insights to drive realism into the storyline, serving as consultants throughout filming. The speed, 10 times faster than the speed of sound, has never been broken by an aircraft in flight. The fastest airplane on Earth right now is the SR-71 Blackbird, with a record speed of Mach 3.3. Boeing have officially unveiled its latest eco-demonstrator, a company-owned 777-200ER that will be used to test new technologies aimed at improving sustainability and safety for the aerospace industry. The company plans to test an estimated 30 new technologies during this year's eco-demonstration program, including a system to conserve water on board, also to manufacture airplanes and engine parts, a new fire suppression agent, and a heads-up enhanced vision system. Boeing will also collaborate with NASA to test smart vortex generators. Flight and ground testing will be underway this summer and last throughout the year. Boeing noted that the 777-200ER will fly on the highest approved blend of sustainable aviation fuel available during testing. So from heavyweight aviation news, let's move back to something a little bit lighter. My second special guest this week is an entrepreneur, owner of the Hot Air Balloon Ride Company, executive director of the non-profit balloon program, and senior pageant queen. She's a volcano of optimism and passion for aviation, especially for hot air ballooning. This is Captain Crystal.
Well, before we go any further, let's just tell people what the Dream Catcher balloon is. It's a fantastic thing. Tell me about what it is and what you do with it, because it's such a great project.
Yes.
So what is it?
Thank you. So the dreamcatcherballoon.org is a 501c3 nonprofit. We are the only balloon of its kind in the world. It's a seat, not a basket, that's been lifted up. It allows kids in wheelchairs to be at 22 inches, or seniors, or anyone disabled who can't walk or maybe have assistance. Baskets won't work for everyone.
Yeah.
We had a kid with cerebral palsy whose legs were straight out like this. A basket would not work. Yeah. And at the event we were at, out of the 200 kids, he would have been the only one. Well, I keep referring to them as kids. This is not true. He's about 30 some odd. But, to me, they're a young spirit. You know, the joy of seeing a hot air balloon. But for him to be the only one left behind, I said, there's got to be something I can do. So we created this program so everyone gets a chance to ride. And what we're doing with the Dreamcatcher Balloon program right now is we're doing a 300 feet on a seat.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone else is doing this. We're tethered down to the ground and it spins 360 slowly. So with those who have with conditions like quadriplegic or something where they can't move their head, you don't have to.
Yeah.
We move the balloon for them. So that's why the program's unique. And the Dreamcatcher Balloon is my love. It's my creation, and I can't do it without all the community members who have been involved. We are driven by donations and by sponsors, and so we're out here in Memphis, Tennessee. How's that for a quick?
The full-length interview is available on our YouTube channel amongst hundreds of others I have made through the last 2 years. Likes and shares, of course, are always welcome, as well as co-founding via the Patreon link in the description. Thanks for all your support, guys. European regional airline Air Nostrum Group placed 10 preliminary orders for a massive hybrid airship called Airlander 10, currently under development by UK-based hybrid air vehicles. As governments across Europe increasingly commit themselves to net zero carbon emission goals, HAV's low emission airship is designed to seat 100 passengers on short-haul journeys, whilst cutting emissions by 90%. The aircraft, which will measure more than 300 feet long, is expected to enter its production phase later this year in South Yorkshire, England. HAV has flight tested a prototype airship near its facility in Bedfordshire, England. In 2017, the company made headlines when a prototype went down during a test flight at Cardington Airfield. Is it time for the Hall of Fame section? Yes, it is. On the 18th of June 1928, Amelia Mary Earhart became the first woman to cross the Atlantic Ocean by air. The orange and gold float-equipped monoplane had departed from Canada and arrived at Bury Port on the southwest coast of Wales 20 hours and 40 minutes later. Also on the 18th of June 1928, the airship Italia crashed on the Arctic ice northeast of the island of Nordlandet in Norway. Italia was able to transmit a distress message, but the rescue mission failed and 19 crew died. On the 18th of June 1983, the Space Shuttle Challenger lifted off from the Kennedy Space Center, Cape Canaveral, Florida. This was Challenger's second flight and it carried a 5-person crew, the largest aboard a single spacecraft up until that moment. On the 19th of June 1947 at Muroc Army Airfield, Albert Boyd set an FEI world record for speed over a 3-kilometer course with an average speed of 1,003.81 kilometers per hour. This was not just a class record, but an absolute world speed record. We're still looking for more patrons, sponsors and co-founders for the Airsport News mission. Every penny is valuable for us to continue releasing every week news content on our social media channels. Please check the Patreon link in the description to see how you can help us. We really appreciate it. I'm leaving you this time with the test pilots of the amazing Jetson eVTOL and their latest flights through the forest and wild areas. We'll be back again Air Sports News episode next week, but until then, as always, stay safe and keep your eyes on the skies.